Well, another day, another day. Okay, friends, let's begin our class. You know that we had a homework pending from next class, the previous class, and we are going to begin by that. It was a reading practice, and this reading practice was in reality your exam, the mock test number 4 after unit number 8 that we were not able to take because we were under these circumstances, right? So it is reading practice, and it is a reading which title is, let me have a look. Yes, it's part 5. You are going to read an extra from a novel. For question 31 to 36, choose the answer A, B, C, or D, which you think fits best according to the text. That is the text. And we are going to check it now. I have a lot of papers here, so imagine it's like a madhouse. Good. Part 5. Well, number 1, give me a second. Because it says here, 31. In what sense was the sightseeing trip a project in line number 4? And you have 4 options, A, B, and C. What are your answers, friends, for number 31? For Ivan is, I monitor. For Ivan is letter C. For Patrick Pies is letter C. And for the rest of the class, yes, Natalie C, Ana Huerta C, excellent. Yes, friends, letter C is the answer. If so, you have 1 mark. And what about 32? The descriptions of Chanu's clothing are intended to A, B, C, or D. 32. For Ana is C. For Ivan is letter C. For Patrick Pies is letter C. For Martha is C. And C is the correct answer. Yes. So you have 2 marks. Huh? So with 2 more marks, you pass this exam. Remember, it was the exam after Unit 8. 33. Shanu had decided to go on a sightseeing trip that day because A, B, C, or D. What's your opinion in 33? For Ivan is A. For Anna is D. For Martha is A. For Patrick Pies is A and Natalie A. Friends, the answer is A. So 31C, 32C, 33A, correct. 34. As they sat on top of the bus, A, B, C, or D in 34. For Patrick is D, for Anna is D, for Martha is D, for Ivan is D, Natalie is D, yes, very good, friends, is letter D. 34 is letter D. Let's go to 35 now. 35, when Chanu showed him the guidebook, the conductor A, B, C, or D? 35. 35. For Natalie is A. For Patrick is B. For Martha is A. For Ana Huerta is B. And for my monitor is B. B is the correct answer in number 35, friends. Some people passed the exam already. Now, 36. What was strange about Janu's use of the word local? A, B, C, or D? For Ivan is B, for Anna is B, for Patrick Pai is B, for Martha is B, and Natalie B. Correct, friends, is letter B. So conclusion, the homework, 31C, 32C, 33A, 34D, 35B, and 36B. These were the answers, and the majority of you did it perfectly well. You can imagine how satisfied I feel, because I always repeat in class, and I continue repeating, that I am always worried about reading comprehension in your exam, because the students normally have bad results in reading. But this experiment, this exercise was perfect. Thank you very much. Let's continue with our lives. What are we going to do today? We are finishing unit number 9, so we have many different interesting things to do. We are going to begin with listening. This listening, my dear friends, is not in your book. This listening was the listening of mock test number 4, the first part, of course, the first part. So I'm going to show you, my friends, the reading exercise, the listening, sorry. Let me see, listening. Give me a minute.
Jerry, on Monday we did a listening.
Yes.
This is another one. Oh,
Yes,
is this another one?
Yes, exactly, Ivan, because
Okay,
we are going to do all the listening of the exam, not the same day, different days, but I want you to take the exam, not in the form of the exam, not in the form of mock test, but I need you to practice, right? To see how good, regular you or bad you are.
Okay, perfect.
Well, here on the chat, you can see the first page of the listening. Now I'm going to attach the second page, because they are 2 pages. My God, now I am totally confused. I don't know if this is the only 1 page. Let me have a look to the exam. Maybe it's only 1 page. Yes, it's only 1 page. So this is the listening, the one that you have in the chat. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Very good. And now I'm going to attach the audio of this exam.
I heard 2 people talking about reading books aloud for children. Second speaker says that she believes that the parents should read aloud to children. What do both speakers talk about? Their shaking reactions, but when they read aloud to them, those.
My God.
Selfish motive. Because they have worked together in the past, their friend persuades them to do it. They lack the courage to do it alone. His problems with his partner.
And now we have the track, number 1, but I need to check, because I don't want to make a mistake. Let's listen a minute. I'm going to stop it a minute because there are some noise. I need Anne to switch off the microphone, please.
Sí, lo estoy intentando. Es que no me deja. Creo que voy a salir y voy a volver a entrar. Desde que me he unido llevo así todo el rato. Lo siento.
Oh my God. No, don't worry. And Ainhoa, okay, Ainhoa, thank you very much, friend. My God. No. Okay, this is only extract number 1. Yes, I want to check extract number 1 first, and then we go on with extract 2 and finally extract 3. Well, friends, what's your opinion? Or do you need another repetition? Is that okay? Or do you need another repetition? Okay for Javi. I think it's okay for everybody. Okay, okay for, okay, very good, Anna, very good. Well, what is, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, what is the correct letter in number 1? A, B, or C? For Paula is B. For Martha is B. For Patrick is B. For Javi, sorry. Martha is C. Patrick is C. Javi is C. My God, I was confused. For Ivan is B. For Mike is C. The correct answer in number 1 is B, my friends, according to Cambridge. Letter B, which is she shares a reading habit with other parents. Because the question is, the second speaker, the woman, says that she believes that, and then she shares a reading habit with other parents. And now in number 2, what do both speakers talk about? What is your answer in number 2, A, B, or C? For Ainhoa is B, for Ivan is B, for Patrick Pies is letter B. And for Mike is B, Martha Moreno is C, Ana Huerta is B, and the answer is B, correct. The answer is their selfish motives for reading aloud to their children. Now I'm going to attach the second part of the listening. Wait a second. Okay, you have the answers now. In number 3, the presenter says that some people start a business with a friend because A, B, or C. What's your opinion? C for Ainhoa, C for Natalie, C for Paula, and for Mike, for Javi, C, and for Natalie, Ivan is C. Okay, well, friends, Natalie, C. Yes, C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. And what about 4? What is your opinion about 4? A, B, or C? A for Ivan, A for Mike, A for Anna, and for Patrick, and for Paula, and for Ainhoa and Javi. A is correct. Very good, friend. Watch out. Some of you have passed the exam already. Yes. Let's go now to the extra 3. I'm going to insert the listening here. Wait a second here. Okay, most people finished. That's fantastic. Let's check the answers. Number 5, question 5 is, who are the two speakers? A, B, or C opinions? B for Anne and for Mike and for Patrick Pais and Ana Huerta. Martha considers B. Ivan considers B. And friends, Javi, B. I know a B. And you are correct. Exactly that. Letter B, fitness experts. Correct, friends. 5 is letter B. Let's go to 6. Both speakers agree that to improve as a runner, runners should A, B, or C opinions. C for Patrick, C for Javi, C for Ainhoa and Ana Huerta and Anne and Natalie and Martha and everybody and Ivan and Mike. Friends, yes, yes, it is letter C. So now, watch out. This was an exam other years. And if the condition of the country would have been normal, you would have taken this exam after Unit 8. So that's important for you to know how good, well, or regular you are doing. Take into account that there are 6 questions, so you needed 4 correct answers to pass the examination. Check it out, analyze it. If you have 4 or more, you are passing your exams. Excellent. Now, another part of the exam, not listening this time. Let's see what was in the exam the use of English exercise. I'm going to attach to the chat this part of the exam. Give me a second. It is a reading and use of English 2. Okay, very good. Reading and use of English 5. Reading and use of English. Here it is. I'm going to insert it. Give me just a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Can you see it? Bits of history, between parentheses of beats, on the auction block. Can you see it, friend? Yes? Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, imagine that you are in the exam, and now you have to fill in the blanks, but they give you nothing, no hints, no clues, nothing. I'm going to give you time enough for you to do it like in the exam, right? So as soon as you finish, send me a message for me to check it. Natalie, you can see it. What can I do then if I don't have any other way of get this to you?
Can hi, can someone send it again? Maybe I can see.
Aha, I don't know how to do that, Natalie. Sorry, friend. This is so, and can you see it now?
Yes, yes, better. Thank you.
Let's see if I can make it bigger. Maybe
Yes.
yes, maybe not.
Don't worry, I see it. I
You
see it.
see it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What happened? I think I can do it better.
No, Jerry, I can see it because Paula has sent it again.
Really? Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you, Paula. You are very sweet.
Don't worry.
So Natalie finished. Javi finished. Martha finished. Ana Huerta finished. Yes, Anne. I think we can finish checking this exercise. Bits of history of bits on the auction block. Mike finished also. Well, it says, in the spring of 1946, J. Presper Ecker and John Maunsley sent out a business plan for a company that, and this is zero, which should be the example. Let me have a look. So here is wood, that would sell electronic computers in their 8-page proposal for, and in number 9, what do you think is the word in number 9? Getting for Javi, that getting for getting financing, getting for Patrick Pies, financing of this enterprise. Nobody else? The answer is the article the. Surprise. And now analyze it. Yes, Natalie, the. In their 8-page proposal for the, but I understood, Natalie, I understood, yes. So the answer is, in their 8-page proposal for the financing, para el financiamiento, for the financing of this enterprise, sent to a small group of prospective backers, the two engineers predicted that the market for a machine for what, Anne, such Patrick Pies, such Natalie, such Ana Huerta and Javi, such is the answer. Yes, for such a machine might consist. What is the preposition after consist? On for Patrick Pies, Mike, on for Ana Huerta. Normally, the preposition is on, but not here. Ivan, off. In this occasion is off. No consiste en, sino consiste de laboratorios científicos. Consist of scientific laboratory, universities, and government agency. Such the beginnings of the Electronic Control Company of Philadelphia. What is the word missing here in number 12? The beginnings. Such in Anne, as Javi, as Mike, was Natalie, Martha as, Patrick as, ways for Ivan. No, friends. I think the closer person was Natalie, maybe. It is the verb be in plural. The verb be in plural. Such were the beginnings of, tales fueron los inicios. Such were the beginnings of the Electronic Control Company of Philadelphia, which produced the Univac, the first computer 13, be commercially sold in the United States. 2 for Patrick, 2 for Mike, 2 for Javi, 2 for Ivan and Martha, and yes, 2 is, yes, Anne, 2 is the preposition we need here in number 13. So is the first computer to be commercially sold in the blah, blah, blah. At an auction around 60 years later, the original tape script of the expert Maunchley proposal was sold as part of the collection called The Origins of Cyberspace, which contained about 1,000 books, papers, brochures, and artifacts. And artifacts from order for Anna, order for Mike, order for Javi, order for Martha, yes. Also, Ivan think is order, or also, I don't know, order for Anne, Patrick Pies is order, Natalie, yes, order is the answer. So it is an other artifacts from the history of computing. 2 items particular generated. Manu would be correct. How, Manu? How many? No, many, friends. No. The only possibility in 14 is other, and other artifacts from the history. Not many artifacts from no other. So in 15, the 2 items particular generated interest. In for Anna, in for Martha. No, also no, Ivan. In for Natalie. In for Mike. Yes, friend. In. Yes, Anna. Yes, Ivan. Yes. No, Javi. With no in. In number 15, the perfect word is in. So I repeat this part, which contain about 1,000 books, papers, brochures, and 15, yes, and in particular generated interest among prospective bidders. 16 were the ECA monthly business plan. So what is the word in number 16? After a period, there for Martha, there for Patrick, there for Anna, there for Ivan, and these, and you are correct. These were the Ecker monthly business. It can be these, it can be those, it can be, yes, Javi, it can be those, or they is acceptable too, you know? They, yes, and, yes. So 3 options in 16. These, those, they, acceptable. This part, I want you to know, my friends, that in the exam last year, this part of the exam was terrible. Not many students passed this part. I don't know you. Take into account that they are 8 answers, so you need 5 correct answers to pass. So make the mathematics in secret. Don't tell anybody. If you have 5 correct answers, you are passing this, which was a tragedy last year. And with this, we finish our practicing, right? And now we are going to the book. Let's go to the book, page number 106. Let's go to the book, page 106. My God, 106. This is the page. Because today, my God, I made a mistake. Because today we are going to begin unit number 10, a lifelong process. And this is a question for the most intelligent students in the class. My friends, what is the process that takes all our lives to finish? Do you know? Observe the pictures. What is the process? Learn, according to Mike. Yes, this is a process for all your life, a lifelong. It means that lasts all our lives. The process that needs all our life to finish is the process of education, learning, studying, etc. That's why the pictures are dedicated to education, as you can see. But the important thing, I'm going to make it bigger, are the questions here that you have in the starting off. There are 4 questions that I need you to answer orally. Look at the photos of different educational establishments. How many of these have you attended? Which do you enjoy most? And why? Why did you enjoy them most? Maybe now you are confused, but I can help you. If you observe the first photograph, there is a teacher sitting on a chair and the kids are sitting on the floor. This is, the kindergarten. In the second picture, the children are older. So this is the elementary school or primary school, because this is the same, elementary school, primary school. Picture number 3 can be something like secondary or high school, maybe. And the final picture is the university, the college. So the question, I repeat, how many of these have you attended? I imagine that the majority of you would answer all of them.
I think.
Yes, for me, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, me too.
Friends, in my case, I never went to the kindergarten. In those years, my mother preferred to keep me home with my sister. And we had a girl cousin, that she began with the principles of mathematics. It was very funny because we were very young, we didn't know anything, but we never went to the kindergarten. I started in the primary school, and that was terrible for me and my sister. We suffered a lot because the rest of the students were already prepared and domesticated, but we were not. So the other question is, which did you enjoy most? The kindergarten, or the elementary school, or the high school, or the university? This is a question for Super Ivan. Ivan, Moni.
I'm trying to put the speaker on.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, now. I think my best stage was at the university, because I was 18 and I had enough time for me and I could do whatever I wanted. So I think it was the best stage. I went to parties.
I can imagine.
I think it was a difficult period to study.
Yes, too many distractions, yes or no?
Yes, a lot of them.
Another
But
person, friends, which of these level of educations did you enjoy most and why?
In my case was high
Yes.
school.
Sorry, because I can't see you. Who are you?
Natalie.
Ah, Natalie. Hi, friend.
Hi. In my case, I would say high school because, well, right now I'm studying at the university and I am a little bit tired of some teachers.
Yes.
So I would say high school because I was with my friends, I was at home, and I feel that teachers were more closer for me.
Yes, I understand, Natalie. You know, in my case, it was the elementary school. Maybe because I had good professors, and maybe because I had excellent friends that then they stayed with me for a long period of time. Not now because I left.
Yes,
CUM.
I think the same. I feel the
Yes.
same way.
Primary school for me was sensational, with a lot of friends, always having fun. You know, the subjects were not so complicated, so we had time for doing the homework, which were not many, but having fun in the streets because we were always playing baseball in the streets. Imagine old times. So I remember always with a special love my primary period of education. The second question, friends, is tell each other no, impossible because we are not in a classroom. Let's see if we can change that. Well, tell your teacher about your education to date. What do or did you most like and you most dislike about the process of education? Oh, interesting question. What things did you like the most and which things you dislike the most about your process of education? Who can speak about this? What we are doing, friends, is practicing speaking, right? Because we are not in the classroom, and if you don't speak today, you won't have many opportunity to speak.
I think
Yes, Javi?
was that what I enjoyed the most were the all the theories and contents I loved and I love now. Yet, for example, in the high school and later in the university, what I enjoyed was learning about my interest, but perhaps I was a bit lost in all the formalisms, all the forms that you had to give to your works, to your writings, uh, because sometimes I have the idea that you learn a lot, but not all time. The work that you write or the exam you do, they doesn't reflect what you have learned, but what or how fast you can write or how many contents you can remember only in that moment, and things like that. I was very happy when I was learning about what I like, but I think it has lots of secondary aspects that are not very enjoyable, I think,
Yes.
for anybody, I think. But
Yes,
perhaps
yes.
it's only my idea or my experience. I don't know.
Yes, it coincides with my experience. Yes, you are right. Is there anyone who wants to speak about number two? Things that you...
Yes,
Yes?
me,
Yes. Who are you?
Ana
Ah,
Huerta.
Anna, how are you, friend?
Fine, thank you.
and your boy, how is
Yes,
he?
he's here.
Yes.
He go-
Hi, friend, how are you?
No here in this bedroom, but at home too.
Well, say hello to him.
Yes.
Good, Anna. You were telling me.
Okay, so what I most like about this period was that when that I studied in the same center, in the same school, from elementary school until we live at university. So my school was very familiar to me because we were the same classmates.
Yes.
But on the other hand, when I went to university, what I most like was that I was studying what I wanted and was and I was interested in, and also that I meet new people and I have other independent. I was independent.
Independent.
Independent. Yes.
Very good. Very good. I understand. Yes. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Now we have question 3, which is very interesting too. In some countries, children start school at the age of 4, while in others, the age is 7. See the difference? When did you start school? And what do you think is the most appropriate age to begin studying in school? This is the question. When did you start school? And what do you think is the most appropriate age for children to begin school? Who has opinions about this? Opinions about this?
Me, for example.
Yes, please. Who is me? Who is me?
Marta.
Ah, Martha. Hi, friend.
Hi. I started with 3 years in the elementary school, but before
Sorry, let me interrupt you. Normally we say, I started at the age of...
at the age of 3.
Yes. 3? Martha, 3?
In elementary, yes, 3, 4, more or less.
My God, very young, yes.
In elementary school, but before that, I went to the kindergarten. So I don't know if I say it correct. I get independent from my parents very young.
Very young, yes.
But
and what do you
I think
yes,
it's better to do it with 3 years at least,
yes,
because you have to get used to have a routine, to be outside your house and without your parents, and because if you start at 7 in primary school, it will be more difficult to adapt, and you learn more difficult things while you are adapting to that new situation. I think it's hard.
it's hard, yes, yes. Very good. Thank you, friend. More opinions about this. It's a difficult question, you know. What do you think is the most appropriate age for children to begin studying at school? Opinions?
Hi again. I started at the age of 3 also.
Yes.
And I believe that there is nothing negative in started at that age, because you start to learn some values and you receive education
And discipline.
yes,
Yes.
discipline, and meet more children, and you're not staying at home only. So I think it's positive to start at that age.
At the age of 3,
Or
that was your
4.
experience.
Yes, in my experience, I don't have any traumatic experience.
Yes. Because nowadays everything is, oh, it's a traumatic situation. Yes, yes.
Yes,
So you are a normal person living
you
a
have
normal
fun
life.
in school
Yes.
at that age. It is not the street.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience, my friend. Let's go to number 4. What do you think is the optimum? Look at that. Look at that. What do you think is the optimum number of students in a class at primary school, at secondary school, and higher education levels? Opinions about this?
I think I can speak about this about my own experience.
Yes.
As a student, you are not completely conscious about the problem of being too much kids in a common space. But from the teacher point of view, it is infinitely better to work perhaps with not 5 kids, but not more than 15 or 20, because the situation we have now, we have classes plenty with 30 kids or more.
Yes.
And it is complicated, not at university, for example, because they are more mature, we think, people. But for this kind of ages, from 10 to 18, for example, it is complicated to focus attention and doing your job the best way if you have a mass of people depending on you. I think it's my opinion. There are teachers who do it incredibly better or in a very good way with abilities and with passion. But for me, individually, it's very complicated, I think.
Yes, I agree with you, Javi. Yes, in primary school, I agree with you that the number should not be more than 20. Because if you have more than 20 children in the primary school, in your classroom, the teacher cannot pay attention to the particularities of every single kid in the class. And every little kid has a particularity, a difference, problems that you have to help. But you can't if you have a lot of students. I agree with you, Javi, totally. Is there another opinion?
For example, me, from my point of view, I think it's depend of the stage the children are. For
Yes.
example, if children are in kindergarten, I think the number of students should be no more than 8 children because of several reasons. The attention to the teacher, the mobility, the space.
So 8, for you 8 is the correct
Is
number.
In kindergarten is the maximum for me. So, and if you are the teacher and you have any children with some problems and discapacity,
yes,
the number should be reduced to people. So the maximum will should be 6, I think. It's the same on the other stages. For example, at primary, the good or the better number of students should be 20, but the government said the number must be 25 and 25, and in several locations schools can ampliar. I don't know, I don't remember in English.
Widen.
while this number in 26, 27, even in 28 students.
My God, yes, yes.
But in the other stages, secondary and higher education, I think the students are more confident with their learning, and the teacher can handle the class in a better way. So the number of the student, I think, should be between 25 and 30.
Yes, yes, that's okay. With the exception of the master classes. Huh?
Yeah, yes, of course, of course.
Sometimes the university invites a very important scientist or a very important, and then you need to give the possibility to the most number of students to have the chance of participating in that extraordinary event. But these are the special occasions. You are right, Ivan. I agree with you. But it's difficult to get it. Very difficult to get it. Well, friends, thank you for your cooperation in this speaking part of the class. Now let's go to page number 107. Page 107, this one here. And if you observe page 107, the topic is listening. Listening part 2. Exercise 1. Work in pairs. Would you like to study abroad? Why yes? Why not? I think this is a beautiful possibility for the people who have not spoken yet. Who can answer this question, friends? Would you like to study abroad? Why yes? Why not? This is a speaking class. Would you like to study abroad in other country? Patri Paez, tell me something, friend.
Yes, I would love to study abroad because because I will have the opportunity. For example, if I choose an English-spoken country, I will have the opportunity, for example, to be bilingual in English, for example, and, or in any other language that you want to learn, for example, and at the same time. You can know different culture, different things, new people. I think that being abroad, studying or traveling or whatever, it's always a nice experience, and it's always nice, and I don't know, just wonderful for everybody. So I would like to do it, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Yes. Thank you, Patrick. Perfect. Observe question 2. Which country or countries would you choose and why? If you had the possibility of studying abroad, something, anything, which country or countries would you choose and why? Another person. It's an easy question to answer.
Well, for me,
Who are you? Sorry.
Marta, I'm Marta.
Ah, Marta. Hi, friend. Okay.
I would really like to study in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like English and I like French, and I think I can improve both languages in the same country.
Yes.
I think it's the best opportunity I could have.
Yes, but friend, how difficult it is to study in Canada, you know? It's
Yes.
difficult. It's difficult. They don't give a student visa to everybody. No. It's difficult. But,
Yes, I know.
but beautiful. If you have a chance, it would be great. What a beautiful country. Yes.
Yes.
And the two languages is very important. Yes. Thank you for your answer. And what difficulties might you experience if one day finally you go to study abroad? What do you think could be the problems, the difficulties? Who can speak about this? What difficulties might you experience if you finally go to study abroad? I know a lot of difficulties, I have experience, I can tell you, but I need you to speak. Nobody?
I'm thinking in the lack of the fluency that you may have in the language and also the difference between the cultures.
Yes, friend, imagine that. And what about food? Imagine that you are Spanish, you are accustomed to eating very well. Imagine that you have to study in China or in Pakistan or I don't know, imagine in India. My God, food can be a problem. Language can be another problem. If you have problem in socializing and making friends, it could be another problem, right? So the reality is that when you study in abroad in another country, principally when that other country doesn't speak your language, it can be a real problem. The final question, no, question 4 is what difficulties might a foreign student, imagine a Canadian coming to Spain or an Indian person coming to study in Spain or a Chinese man coming or girl coming to study in Spain. The question is, what difficulties might a foreign student experience in your country? Are there differences between question 3 and 4? I don't know. What could be the difficulties of a person coming from England or Scotland or I don't know to study here in Spain? Nobody.
I think the difference with number 3 would be homesickness.
Yes. Homesickness. Yes, that's something that people suffer a lot. Yes. People going to study abroad or people coming to study in Spain. Yes, Ivan, good point. I agree with you. 5. How do you think a period of study abroad would change you? Good question. So imagine that you finally go to study to another country and you stay there 2, 3 years or 4, and then how would this experience change you as a person? How would that change you, friends?
I think
Yes.
it depends on the country you visit. Perhaps it's not the same if you go to a country which has a similar way of life that you had in your original country, or if you go to a poorer country
Yes.
or a place where people have difficulties like not a war, but economic difficulties, health crisis, I don't know, problems in general. For example, if you go to a country of Europe or North America, perhaps you come with a similar sensation you had in your own country.
Yes.
You could do the same things. You have a similar style in your life, in your everyday. But perhaps if you go to a country like India or an African place, and you see other ways of living, more modest people, you learn a lot of things about humanity and ways of living in this planet, depending on where do you are born. But I think the main difference is that of the place you visit and what kind of images or situations you know there. It's only a good thing. It's you become a person with a very rich experience, but it can be difficult in some cases, depending on the difficulties you have seen and on the place you have visited. I think, perhaps.
Yes. It is true. It is true. It is not the same to go to study, for example, in London, that to go to study, I don't know, in Azerbaijan or in, I don't know, in one city in Africa. It's not the same. If you have to go to Bolivia, one of the cities in Bolivia, it's not the same. Yes. But in general, friends, something, because you change. It doesn't matter where you go to study. It doesn't matter if it is a rich country or a poor country. You always change when you have to be 2 or 3 years studying in another country, because first of all, you are young people. You are accustomed to have everything in your hands. But when you go to another country to study, you have to look after yourself. You have to take care of all your business, your medication, watching your clothes, ironing your clothes, taking care of your food. See that? So you mature a lot. You mature because you don't have daddy and mommy to help you. You become, yes, Martha, yes or no? You become more independent. I think that in fact, it doesn't matter if you go to a rich country or poor country, which is different. Javi is right. Javi is right. But in general, you grow up as a person. You grow up as a man if you are a boy. You grow up as a woman if you are a girl. It is sensational, the changes. Sometimes traumatic, right? Sometimes. But in general, that's it. But now we have to stop. I am really satisfied with your speaking part. It was fantastic, right? This is something very important for me because I have to provide you chances to speak, since I know that we, not only you, me too, we don't have many chances of using our language in other contexts. When we speak with friends or relatives or, you know, we are not going to speak English because they don't speak English. So we have a lot of limitations for using our language. These classes are the opportunities. So congratulations to everyone who participated in the speaking class. Let me assign the homework. Listen, the homework is, thank you, my monitor, thank you. The homework is reading and use of English, page 110, exercise 4, but take into account that on page 110, what we have are the questions, because on page 111, we have the texts. So I repeat, reading and use of English, exercise 4, page 110, and page 111. That is the homework, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all. See you next week. Be good kids. Stay home. Stay home, please. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye, friends.